If you haven't heard of Gary Vaynerchuk, you owe it to yourself to learn more about him. There are very few people who I admire as much as him, and he is the best source of inspiration for an entrepreneur if you ever need one. If you don't know who he is an entrepreneur, an author, a motivational speaker, and an investor. He grew his family's wine business and now runs Vaynermedia, which does over $100 million in sales. Now in this video, I will break down the 5 biggest lessons that I've learned from him so far. And at the end of this video, I will even give you a success formula using these tips. And I can guarantee you one thing, that if you take this formula to heart and execute on it on a long enough time frame, there is nothing in your life that you cannot achieve. Self-awareness. So the first thing you need to know in order to be insanely successful in your life is self-awareness. I made a very detailed video with practical psychology on self-awareness, which I recommend you check out after this video. But the gist of it is this: you have to know exactly who you are in order to win in life. Play to your strengths. Most people try to work on their weaknesses because that's what we have been taught in school. If you get an A grade on math and a C on every other subject, instead of your teachers saying, wow, you're really good at math and you should really focus on that, our teachers will probably say something along the lines of, wow, you're so bad at everything else. You have to realize this. The only way you're ever going to win in life is by playing to your unique strengths. Figure out exactly what it is that you're good at. Maybe you're really good at art and you always liked to paint when you were younger. Maybe you're really good at selling and you can sell anyone anything. Whatever that skill is, you need to figure it out as fast as possible. Number 2, hustle is the only variable. Hard work is the only thing that is in your control. Will Smith has this famous quote that says, "You cannot outrun me on a treadmill," which means he's either going to beat you and you're going to get off first, or he's going to die trying. That's the attitude you need if you want to be successful. There is this myth that is being propagated in the entrepreneurship world nowadays that you don't really need to work hard in order to be super successful. Now, I'm not saying that ideas from books like The 4-Hour Workweek aren't useful, but I'm pretty sure that Tim Ferriss himself works more than 4 hours a week. The point is, getting lucky and hitting a home run on your first or second or third business idea is not something that's in your control, but the amount of work you put in is. If you want to live a life of comfort and be financially free and have the private jet and have the luxury, then you need to get off the couch and put in the work. Number 3, attention is the only asset. In the world of sales and marketing, attention is the only asset. Before you even started watching this video, I had your attention. Maybe it was because of the thumbnail, or maybe it's because you were already subscribed to this channel, or maybe it's because this video showed up in your recommended section. But this video is only worth something until I have your attention. And according to Gary, we are seeing the biggest shift in attention since the world went from the radio to television. If you really think about it, nobody is watching TV commercials anymore. The second an advertisement comes on, people start looking at their Instagram feed. So you need to stop being romantic about where the attention is and actually pay attention to what is going on in the real world. Before you do anything, you need to get people's attention. If you don't have attention, then you might as well not even exist in today's world. This is why it's very important for all kinds of businesses to leverage the power of social media. On the flip side, if you do have attention, you can do all sorts of things with it. We all have heard of people, and I'm not going to name any names, who are famous for doing absolutely nothing. But just because they have people's attention, they're able to monetize it. Number 4, patience. So Gary Vaynerchuk wants to buy the New York Jets. Now he knows that this is a very audacious goal, and he recognizes that by being patient. He doesn't want to buy the team right now, he wants to buy them when he's 60. And you see, that's the difference that puts him ahead of the game. Even when he's working as hard as he is now, he still realizes that he's not owed success tomorrow, and that success takes a lot of time. This is a problem with a lot of entrepreneurs nowadays. We want everything right now. I've been guilty of this as well. I used to fantasize about waking up one day and coming up with the next Facebook. Chances are that's not going to happen, and if you realistically want a chance of actually being successful, then you're going to have to wait for some time. Let go of the idea that you deserve success right now. Put in the work and be patient. Success comes to those who wait. This is the biggest advantage you can have over your competition, because if you're patient, you can play for long-term success, which will always bring greater returns. And the last step is to be very grateful. So if you've seen any of Gary's videos, you might think that he's all about the energy and bravado. But behind all of that, there's a lot of humility. And you can see that every time he stops to take a selfie with a fan, and every time he takes the time to reply to someone's tweet. The difference between him and everyone else is that he actually cares. He cares about the people who follow him. He's not there for the money, and he's very grateful to be wherever he is. You have to be like that if you want to be successful. Because believe it or not, even if you do find success, it can all be taken away from you. And when that happens, you will have to count on the people who supported you. And if you were kind to them, they will help you. And if you thought you were above them, you will have to pay for your mistake. So be very grateful in your demeanor. Don't let success get to your head, and be humble. That's how you get to stay at the top. Now, using these 5 tips, I will give you the formula for success using Gary's philosophy. If you want to be successful, do these 5 things. Figure out exactly who you are, your strengths and weaknesses. Work extremely hard at it. Get people's attention and leverage it. Deploy enormous amounts of patience. Give back to everyone who helped you. If you do this on a long enough time frame, you will win. That's all for this video. I hope you learned something new in this video, and if you did, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, and check out Gary Vee's awesome YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.